Hello class, welcome to Pre-Calculus, MAT187, Fall 2020. Welcome to this fully online version of this class. And since we are fully online, I wanted to spend a little time going over the Canvas course interface with you. So when you go into Canvas and click on your course, the first thing you do is you come to this home page. And there's some words here for you to read, tell you how to get started. What I want to point out is that you have these menu options here on the left. Some of those menu options are repeated in these icons down here at the bottom. Of particular importance is going to be the Concourse syllabus, of course. This is the syllabus for our class. It is our agreement, our contract. You will be asked to take a quiz on the syllabus, answer some questions about what you read, and then most importantly, agree to the syllabus. Once you agree to the syllabus, then you're ready to move forward with the class. If for some reason you can't agree to the syllabus, then get in touch with me and we will find another section of pre-calculus that you can be in, because in order to stay in this class, you have to click that you do agree with the syllabus. And that is part of the syllabus quiz. Beyond that, the next thing that you're going to want to pay special attention to is the announcements. So this is how I will communicate to the course quite frequently through the semester when anything important comes up, or somebody is asking a question that I want to get that information out to everybody. I will do it through announcements. So make sure you have your settings for notifications such that when an announcement comes in, you will receive it. It will go to a place that you will get that notice, like your cell phone number or your other email address that you check on a regular basis. So let's start by looking at those announcements. When you go into announcements, this bottom announcement here, this is actually the video that I'm recording right now. And I will post it in here in case you ever need to go back and look at it again for reference. Above that is an announcement about an optional textbook. You do not need to purchase a textbook for this course. I will be providing you with everything you need to succeed in the course. But if you want an additional resource, if you find that would be helpful, you are welcome to purchase this textbook. It's $40 online, and along with that $40, not only do you get the textbook, but you also get some additional online homework practice that you can utilize as you see fit. Moving up the line here, there's an announcement about how to create PDFs using your smartphone. Everything that you turn into me will be in PDF format. And for each assignment that you need to turn in, you will turn in a single PDF, not multiple page. It will be a single PDF, which might consist of multiple pages, but it will not be multiple PDFs for any one assignment. So these applications that are free on your smartphones can turn a multi-page document into a single PDF quite easily using the camera on your cell phone. Moving up, the next one is this Desmos intro. Desmos is a free online graphing calculator. Super user-friendly, super convenient. You can do lots of really cool stuff with it. This is just a quick intro that I've created for you. But you're going to want to get in there and play around with Desmos. You go to desmos.com. You can set up a free account if you want to, which I highly recommend, because then if you're working on something and it's just not looking the way you think it should be looking, you could easily share that Desmos link with me, and I can get in there and see what you're doing and help you troubleshoot the situation. There's also, again, free apps for your phone of Desmos, so make sure you check those out and get them on your phone and you're walking around with a nice graphing calculator. And then finally, the last announcement that's currently in your announcements tab is this discussion question participation. Discussion questions are a big part of our class. It's very important in math to be able to explain why something is working the way it's working, or how something works, To truly understand concepts, you need to be able to discuss them and explain them. And that's what these discussion questions are for. You will be put into groups of about 8 to 10 people per group. And when you participate with the discussion questions, it is only within that group. So you'll start by posting a response to a prompt that I will provide. Once you have posted your initial response, then you'll be able to see what people in your group have already responded with, and you'll read each other's responses, and you will be required to reply to at least 2 of your group mates' responses. And this particular announcement discusses what constitutes as a substantive response, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. What I'm really looking for here is good discussion back and forth between the members of your group on these prompts. So that's it for the announcements that are currently there. Like I said, if anything comes up, I will send you more announcements, so make sure you're checking that or getting those notifications. So let's go back to the home page, and then this time let's go down to modules. And you see here, module 1 is your welcome and general course information module. The very first thing you have is this welcome page, which kind of tells you how the course is set up. Then you can click next down in the bottom right corner to move through the module. I don't really recommend doing that because when you do that, you don't necessarily know where you're going. So I always recommend coming back, click on modules, and then you have the choice. What do I want to look at next? Do I want to go into discussion question 0 next? Do I want to look at student resources next? You can choose. So I'm going to come down here to how to use Canvas as a student. This has got a lot of really great information above and beyond the video that I'm creating here for you. The one I want to point out in particular is how do you see your feedback from your instructor. So in particular, I will be giving you feedback on all your quizzes and your exams. And in order to see my comments, you need to know how to find them. And so if you're not finding my comments, it might be there's someplace that you're not looking. And so come over here and see the multiple ways in which I can leave comments and how you can view them. Okay, I'm going to go back to modules. See, every time I'm done looking at a page, I go back to modules. And if you'll notice, every time I look at a page, I get this little check mark over here. That's important because all of these items need to be checked in order for me to complete the module. Once the module is completed, the next module will unlock. Since each module builds on the prior knowledge that we learned from the previous module, the modules are set up whereas they're locked until the previous module is completed, and then that module will unlock and you can begin working on it. All right, let's come back up here and look, see what else is in this module here. You will, since it's the first week of an online course, have to read through these different pages and make sure you understand how the course is set up. Send me questions. Just know this information is here so that you can come back and refer to it later if you need to as well. This discussion question 0 is where I want you to post a personal biography and then respond to 2 of your group mates' biographies. I just gave you an example of one for me. And then this is a Google form, which just gives me some information about you. I like to gather some information about my students. That's something that only I see, but it helps me as I plan for the semester. Now in Canvas, as you click through these, and so as you submit your biography, this little circle over here will be checked. As you open up the student expectation page and look at that little circle will be checked. Unfortunately, with this one, Canvas will not check the circle automatically. So after you complete that Google form, come back over here and check the circle so that you can have all of your check marks checked off so that the module will be completed and the next module will open. All right, let's go down and look at a module that's more like what you're going to be seeing throughout the semester, the content modules. Here's module 2. Everything's grayed out right now because it's locked, but we can still see what's there. So this is a pretty good example of what a particular, any given concept module will look like. They'll either start with a presentation or an activity that you will work through, take notes, make sense of the situation as you go through, ask me questions. Then there's a practice set in which you can practice and further build your understanding of the material. Sometimes there's videos of some of the questions being worked out. I do provide all the solutions for the homework because homework is your chance to practice and learn. I don't grade the homework on correctness. I will just check it for completion. But what's important there is that you check your own work so that you can know if you're on the right track or not. Then each module will have either a quiz or a discussion question. This particular one has a quiz, so you would complete the quiz, get that little check mark. And then you see down here there's optional resources for you. Again, this is that optional textbook. So if you did purchase the optional textbook, here's some readings that go along with this lesson. Here's some additional online homework practice sets that you can use that go along with this lesson if you've bought that access code. Here's some optional videos. These are all available to everyone. If you want just further information about the material in that presentation, you can come down here and watch any of those videos just to give you more insight, more understanding if you'd like to do that. That's a great resource also. Now I want to point out back on this home page, there's a couple of ways to navigate through the course. One is you could just look at what your to-do list is. Your to-do list shows you all of your upcoming assignments. You could also find that information over here in Calendar. In Calendar, it's that same list of upcoming assignments, only on the calendar instead of in a list format. That's useful, but it's not the best way to navigate the system because you'll notice all of the items in this list are items that have due dates associated with them. But when you go look in the modules, you see there is lots of information in this module, like these videos, for example, which do not have any due dates associated because they're not required. They're optional. They're for your added benefit for you to use as you see fit. And if you only go and look at your to-do list or your calendar, you will miss all the additional resources that are being provided for you within the modules. So make sure you're using the modules link as your way to navigate through the course. All right, I did mention that you are in a small group for discussion questions, and what's not shown here on the screen, but you will have on your Canvas course is in the right corner here, there will be a group link. That'll be the link to a separate Canvas page for your group only. And that is where you will see all of your discussion questions and your group mates discussion questions. What's really cool about that link is that once you're in that page, you can start your own discussions within your group. And so if you're struggling with a concept or a particular homework problem, you can reach out to the members in your group and say, hey, what's going on here? Why am I struggling with this? Did the teacher make a mistake? What's happening? And hopefully your group mates will respond, and together you can work out making sense of the situation. Of course, you can always message me anytime, and I'd be happy to answer, but you do want to be able to take advantage of your classmates as you're working through this together. To send me messages, the best way is to go over here to this inbox and send me a message directly within